Now, when you're facing someone with, say, they're dealing with stress, for example, as opposed to dealing with someone who is facing depression in their lives, do you find that you need to take different approaches depending on the specific type of problem it is, or do the principles of success therapy sort of carry across all types of situations people are in?
It does. It carries through all types of situations. And when we're working with people, we're looking at the trauma that may have occurred in the past that's leading to this current issue. Now, the word trauma in itself can be anything from the things that we would normally consider traumatic, seeing somebody die or get in an accident or shot, or that would be traumatic. But trauma can also be as simple as my brother stole my toothbrush and used it to brush the dog's teeth. Which to some of us as adults we find that pretty funny, and that's not really an issue. But it depends on how that individual took it at that time. Anytime we take negative energy and hold on to it, if it's not safe or appropriate to express it, then in our definition that's a form of trauma. Because if you, again, take that little person whose brother took their toothbrush, if all the adults in the room are laughing while they're trying to get the story out, then it's obviously not appropriate to be able to express the anger that child is experiencing. So when they hold on to that negative energy, for lack of a better term, that to us is considered a trauma that it's time to let go of as an adult.
Yeah, that makes sense. It really depends on the person, how they're receiving the trauma, whatever the event may be. And, just how you respond to that is how it affects you, right?
Exactly.
So if you wouldn't mind, I'm just a little bit curious about these sort of fundamental principles of the success therapy process. Could you break down a little bit for me what is involved in, say, one of these sessions to help someone get over, say, a stressful situation that they're in?
Yeah. So basically it's a 5-step process that we've developed, that we found addresses the issue and gets to the root cause of it. And it is a process because, like I said, when somebody brings in their grocery list, we're still going to guide them through that same process over and over again. They're going to end up doing the work related to it. But what we found is it's kind of like computer programming, where most people are dealing with what's in front of them. They're dealing with, when you type out a Word document and you don't like the way that it's written, you go and delete the words and try and make it come up a different way by pushing the font buttons and things like that, which is how most people kind of deal with their life. They're dealing with the surface issues and what's going on. What we do is get into the background, into the programming of it, where, of course, Microsoft Word won't let anybody go, but in your mind, we can go there because it's your software. So we're going into the actual programming of the mind, what causes us to act and behave in the moment the way that we do. And we're looking at, like I said, releasing that negative energy that's there, seeing it from different perspectives, understanding what all the triggers were that created that unsafe environment to express the negativity in the first place, if you will. Then we go through an opportunity for the individual to be able to actually rewrite the programming the way they want it to. So that was only kind of 3 steps, so there's a little more involved in it than that. But when they're going through that process, they're identifying it, they're seeing it from different perspectives, they're releasing it, and then they're reprogramming the mind to be able to react and respond in a different way, which is why that change that we were talking about earlier takes place right away.
Yeah, that's amazing. Just really getting into really how the mind operates and understanding, how these triggers affect us and sort of reverse engineering that to allow us to quickly work through these issues.
Exactly. Yeah.